Living in the city definitely has its pros and its cons. Today I'm going to share with you how you can style a porch or a small patio for fall. Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom DIY. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey! Today I'm going to share with you how you can decorate in a small space, whether it be a small porch or a small patio or some back stairs. Living in the city definitely has its pros and its cons, and one of the cons is a small area. Today I'm going to share with you how you can style a porch or a small patio for fall. This can be interchanged for different seasons and different holidays, but today it is all about fall and harvest. I have some DIYs and some thrifted items, a lot of pumpkins, and today is also a part of a collaboration, and I'll explain that in a bit, but let's get right into decorating, styling, and DIYing for my back porch. Before I style or decorate anything, I always clean first. And when I say I mean my husband. He power washed the entire set of stairs, and now we are ready for our first DIY. This is a Poof wreath, and I have a bunch of tulle here that I got from the Dollar Tree. I used 6 spools of it, 3 different colors, a wired ribbon, and a bunch of pipe cleaners. So this is a square wreath, and I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing with my fingers. It's easier for you to see what I'm doing rather than explain it, but you can see I am putting the pipe cleaners in, and I am wrapping it around to adhere it to the wreath form. Now, I had gotten this idea from Dave's Wreaths and Things, and he does a very good tutorial. So right here I have the pipe cleaner in the middle, and I am wrapping it and then adding a bead of hot glue to keep it in the middle, if that makes sense. And you're gonna see, but we are really just adding this pipe cleaner to all the corners, all the different levels. You see there's 3 levels here, and we are just putting the pipe cleaners here because this is where we're going to be adhering the tulle. And there's a lot of different methods. This is just one of the ones I saw. I thought it looked simple, and it was a little complicated. Again, my first time doing it. So I have 3 different colors here, and I am putting them, make sure you follow the same direction. So I have brown, green, and then yellow. I twist them together, and then I twist them with the pipe cleaner. And this is for my first piece. I want to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I measured out 8 inches, and then I grab it, I pinch it with my fingers, and I put it right into the pipe cleaners, and I do the same thing I did for that first one. I'm gonna do that for the entire wreath now. So we're gonna keep grabbing it and pulling it to about 7 to 8 inches, and then we're going to put it into the pipe cleaner, and then we're going to twist the pipe cleaner and just keep doing that. Now, I had started on this outside layer, and then I worked down to the middle, and then I worked down to the other one. You're gonna see it's really monotonous at this point, but it comes out so pretty and it's so worth it. So here I'm going to the second level, and you can just see I just crossed down to the second level, and I did the same thing with the pipe cleaner. I'm gonna keep going around now, and I'm just going to tighten it with the pipe cleaner, measure out my 7 to 8 inches. Most of them were about 8 inches, and I'm just gonna keep going. If you're new or coming over from the playlist, welcome. We are renovating our 1925 cottage room by room. So that's a little bit of decor, DIYs, thrift flipping, home improvement. It's all here, and we're doing it mostly on a budget. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. This is a collaboration, Farmers Market Collaboration, hosted by Crafty Leeny and DIY with Nadia. There are 8 of us in this collab today. I am super excited to work with so many of these ladies. Make sure you check out their playlist and the hosts down in my description. So I've done a bow before, but I wanted to try the way that Dave did it. So you can watch his tutorial. You can also watch this tutorial. This is a wire ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I am laying it down. You can see what I'm doing. I'm crossing it over. When I get to the middle, I pinch it and I spin it over just so that way they're all facing the same direction. I push it down, I pinch it, twist it, and roll it over. So I'm going to keep doing that. I am not the best bow maker, so if you have any recommendations, go ahead and send it to me. Here I am now wrapping it all with a little bit of jute twine, and I'm going to tie a knot in it. This is just for the center of the bow. I'm making some tails here, and you can see what I did. I just crossed it over, pushed down that little hole, and then I'm going to lay it right over my bow. This is how I do it. It's easy for me because I'm not the best bow maker, but I'm sure there are better ways of doing this. Again, I used the pieces of twine that I had from the first time, and I adhere the tails to it. Now here is the same thing I just did, but with a burlap. I wanted to add a little bit more definition and a little bit different colors. I did dovetail it a little bit, so now I'm going to use that jute twine, tie it together. Now I noticed where I had dovetailed it here, it looked like it might have frayed, and I wasn't sure about lighting it with some fire or what I'm doing right here. So I decided just to put a bead of hot glue on the edge of each of these dovetailed tails, and that's just to prevent it from fraying, and it worked. So I'm happy I did it. And then I have that extra piece of twine, and I just tied it right to the wreath. Now again, this is my first time doing this kind of wreath and my first time doing this kind of bow, but I am super happy how it came out. I did make a little loop on the back just to hang it, and then you're going to want to go through and gently tug all the pieces just so they separate a little bit to make it look more full. I think this is so adorable, and for my next time, I think I'll go with a single color scheme. I think that would be a little bit easier, but I still am so happy how this came out. And this is just me decorating now. I am so excited. You guys have seen me do my front porch, and now I am doing my back porch. I was trying to saw off the ends of these corn stalks, did not work too well, so my husband came out and helped me. We probably should have used a different saw, but this is what we use. It worked. I just wanted to make it so I could fit it on my porch. Now this is my back porch, and the puppies are out here, so I did not want to put anything on the actual steps. So here I'm just cutting off as much as I can so the dogs don't look at it, because if they feel it, they will try to chew it off. So I am just adding a little bit of fire just to burn off those ends. I have some outdoor decor. I have my tables and my chairs and haystacks and pumpkins, and I am just so happy. I went to a local greenery, Araujo's Farms and Greenhouse, and I got a bunch of mums and flowers and pumpkins and gourds, and I just love fall so much. You guys have seen me do my front porch, and now my back porch is pretty complete. We did repaint the door, so I'm showing you this because it does make such an impact when you repaint your storm doors. We redid our kitchen, so we did this in the inside, and then we did it on the outside of the doors. So I am just so excited for all our little renovations.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. I wanna love to a small bar with neon lights. Talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy,
for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are inspired to go decorate your small area or maybe just your back stairwell, please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. You can find me on Instagram as Freckled Mom. Another way you can support my channel is buymeacoffee.com. All the links for the hosts and the playlist is down in my description. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys